Tuberculosis, often simply called TB, is a very old disease that has affected humankind for thousands of years. It is caused by a tiny, microscopic organism, a type of bacteria known as Mycobacterium tuberculosis. These bacteria are incredibly resilient and can survive in the human body for a very long time, sometimes without causing any immediate trouble. Think of them as silent, unwelcome guests, waiting for an opportunity to make their presence known. While it can affect other parts of the body, such as the kidneys or spine, tuberculosis most famously makes its home within our lungs, the very organs we rely on for every single breath we take. This unseen invader travels through the air, a remarkable feat for such a small creature. When a person who has active TB in their lungs coughs, sneezes, or even speaks, they release tiny droplets into the air. These droplets, invisible to our eyes, carry the bacteria. If another person nearby breathes in this air, the bacteria can enter their lungs and begin to establish a new colony. It is not spread through shaking hands, sharing food, or touching bed linen. The journey is purely an airborne one, a testament to the bacteria's specialized method of travel from one host to the next, ensuring its survival across generations. It is quite fascinating to consider that not everyone who breathes in the TB bacteria becomes ill straight away. For many, their body's natural defense system, the immune system, is strong enough to control the invaders. It walls them off, almost like building a tiny prison around them inside the lungs. In this state, the bacteria are dormant, or asleep, and the person has what is called latent TB. They do not feel unwell and cannot spread the bacteria to others. However, the bacteria remain alive, patiently waiting for a time when the body's defenses might be weakened, ready to awaken and cause disease. This delicate balance between the bacteria and the body's defenses is a constant, quiet struggle. For millions around the world, this is their reality. The bacteria have found a home, but they are kept in check by a vigilant immune system. The potential for active disease remains, a hidden threat that highlights the complex relationship between our bodies and the microscopic world that surrounds us, and indeed, lives within us. Understanding how it spreads is the first crucial step in learning how we can protect ourselves and our communities from this persistent and ancient illness. When the tuberculosis bacteria successfully enter the lungs, an extraordinary battle begins. Imagine your immune system as a dedicated team of security guards for your body. As soon as these guards detect the foreign bacteria, they rush to the scene. Their job is to surround and contain the intruders. They form a special type of wall, a small, hard lump known as a tubercle, around the bacteria. This is the body's attempt to isolate the threat and prevent it from spreading any further. Inside this confined space, a silent standoff takes place between the body's defenders and the resilient bacterial invaders. For a person with a strong immune system, this defensive wall holds firm. The bacteria are trapped and cannot multiply or cause any harm, leading to the state of latent TB we discussed. However, if a person's immune system is weakened, perhaps due to another illness, poor nutrition, or simply age, the story changes. The security guards become less effective, and the wall they built can begin to break down. This presents the bacteria with the opportunity they have been waiting for. They can break free from their confinement and start to multiply rapidly, like prisoners escaping a weakened jail. Once free, the bacteria begin to damage the lung tissue. This is what causes the symptoms of active TB disease. The bacteria consume the lung tissue for nutrients, creating cavities or holes within the lungs. This process is slow but destructive. It compromises the lungs' ability to do their vital job of transferring oxygen into the blood. This internal damage is the reason why a person with active TB might feel increasingly unwell, tired, and breathless. The battle, which was once a quiet stalemate, has now escalated into a full-scale conflict that visibly affects the person's health and well-being. This internal journey, from a silent invasion to an active battle, shows just how cunning this bacterium can be. It exploits any weakness in its host's defenses to ensure its own survival and propagation. The damage it causes is not immediate but gradual, a slow erosion of one of our most essential biological systems. The body, in turn, fights back with all its might, but sometimes this remarkable natural defense system requires help from the outside in the form of modern medicine to win the war against this tenacious microscopic foe. As the battle inside the lungs progresses, the body begins to send out distress signals. These signals are the symptoms of active tuberculosis, and they are important clues that something is wrong. One of the most classic signs is a persistent cough that lasts for 3 weeks or more. This is not just any ordinary cough. It might be dry at first, but can later produce phlegm or sputum, which may sometimes be stained with blood. This happens because the damage inside the lungs can cause small blood vessels to break. This persistent cough is the body's attempt to clear the airways of the bacteria and the damage they are causing. Alongside the cough, a person might experience other telling symptoms. A general feeling of weakness or fatigue is very common, as the body is using a tremendous amount of energy to fight the infection. Unexplained weight loss and a poor appetite are also frequent, as the illness can affect the body's metabolism and desire for food. Many people also suffer from fevers and drenching night sweats, which can be so intense that they soak through clothing and bedding. These are signs that the immune system is in overdrive, trying desperately to combat the widespread infection that has taken hold. If you or someone you know experiences these symptoms, it is incredibly important to see a doctor. There is no need to be frightened, as healthcare professionals are there to help. The doctor will likely ask about your symptoms and your general health. To find out if it is TB, they will usually ask for a sample of your sputum. This sample is then examined in a laboratory to see if the TB bacteria are present. They might also suggest a chest X-ray, which can take a picture of your lungs to look for the characteristic shadows or cavities caused by the disease. Once the diagnosis is confirmed, the path to treatment can begin. It is a relief to know that even though tuberculosis is a serious disease, it is curable. The discovery of antibiotics in the 20th century was a monumental turning point in our fight against this ancient adversary. Doctors have a specific combination of powerful medicines that are highly effective at killing the bacteria. Getting a diagnosis is the first, most critical step towards recovery, allowing you to begin the treatment that will help your body finally win the battle and restore your health. The treatment for active tuberculosis is a journey that requires commitment and patience. It involves taking a course of several different antibiotics for at least 6 months. This might seem like a very long time, but it is absolutely necessary. The TB bacteria are incredibly tough and clever. Some are killed off quickly, but others are more persistent and can hide within the body. The full course of medicine is designed to ensure that every single one of these resilient bacteria is eliminated. If treatment is stopped too early, the stronger bacteria that survived can multiply again, and the illness can return, often in a form that is much harder to treat. Finishing the entire prescription is the single most important thing a person can do to get better and protect others. When someone with active TB starts taking their medicine, they usually stop being infectious to others within a few weeks. This is a huge step in breaking the chain of transmission. However, feeling better does not mean the infection is gone. The remaining bacteria are still there, and only by completing the full 6-month course can a person be certain they are truly cured. It is a marathon, not a sprint, and every single dose of medicine is a step towards the finish line and a healthy future. Beyond treating the illness, we can also take steps to prevent it from spreading in our communities. Good ventilation is key. Allowing fresh air to circulate in homes, schools, and workplaces helps to disperse any airborne droplets and reduce the risk of transmission. In many countries, there is also a vaccine called the BCG, which is often given to babies and young children to protect them against severe forms of TB. Promoting a healthy lifestyle with good nutrition helps to keep our immune system strong, making us better equipped to fight off an infection should we ever be exposed to the bacteria. Tuberculosis, though formidable, is a challenge we can overcome together. Through awareness, early diagnosis, and dedicated treatment, we can heal individuals and protect entire communities. Every person who completes their treatment is a victory against the disease. Every time we open a window to let in fresh air, we are playing a part in prevention. This ancient disease has been with us for millennia, but with knowledge, care, and collective action, we have the power to write a new chapter in this story, one of health, recovery, and hope for a future free from tuberculosis.